Today we will talk about your stop motion lighting and how to make it better. So today we're gonna talk about lighting. Lighting is one of the most important things you can help out to tell your story in your animations. In this video we will go over my normal lighting setup and what I like to do to give it a little bit more style. So first up, my normal lighting setup. Normally, you see it now on the screen, I use 3 LED lights and 1 backdrop. That's my normal thing. You don't need to use these newer LED lights, you can just use normal lamps you find at home. That's how I started on myself. No budget, I wanted to try it, so I bought these. Let's call them crane neck lamps, in which I used for my first stop motions, and then over time I upgraded my lights to these new LED lights. They have a lot of power for LEDs. They are not as expensive as you might think. And yeah, normally I have like one top light, one LED as a top light, one LED in the back as a key light, and one in front of me. And then I have the backdrop. It's very new. I built it last year in November. Yeah, I use that backdrop just to give it a little bit more flair, and it's in a color. So normally it's orange, like the sun is setting. That's my normal thing. I can do it in white, I can do it in blue, I can do it in purple, I can do it in green, every color you know. Normally I do like a bluish purple for nights and an orange for days. For me it has this dreamy setup, this dreamy flair. I really like in my animations, and with these 4 lights I normally create my normal light setup like you see in most of my videos. If I want to do a silhouetted shot, you can do it in 2 ways. I just use my backdrop. I turn every other light off, and then you just have the backdrop. And then you have this really nice silhouetted persons. Of course you can do it with just a lamp in the background, and you just you don't put the lamp directly on the character, you just shoot against your backdrop, and then you have the same result. But I like these. You still have the texture of clouds in it. And now if you want to see a little bit more of the character, but it should be the sense that it is dawn or dusk, I just do the backdrop and the top light. And then it looks like that. Then it is like this, it's dawn, it's dusk, it's dark. And one thing we can do with stop motion that we can't do in film normally, we can just do long time exposure photographs. And that's pretty simple. You just set your exposure time up. So you don't do like 1 millisecond, you do like maybe just 1 second of exposure each photo you take. I mean, you need to be patient for that, but then you don't need a lot of light. And that is what I like to use in really dark scenes. Like this campfire here. I do this with a little LED with my aperture, and I put the aperture down, set it to orange. A little bit of cotton on it for the fire, and of course I can do like this setup where I use all my lamps and I light this really beautiful scene, and I still have the fire going. But what we can do with long time exposure, we just use the backdrop for a little bit more color, because I think color is important. You could just use, and I will show you that in a second, the campfire light. But now we just have the backdrop for a little bit of color and a little bit of blue light and the little LED as firelight. And with long time exposure, our picture, our video has enough light, the camera gets enough light to have a clear and crisp picture. And now it's just a matter of, do you like that look? Because with a look where we use all the lights to create sort of the same thing, you have more control. And that's how I use my lighting skills. What are your lighting tricks you like to use? Let me know in the comments. That's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, see you next time with other stuff I do.